Good morning, Americans and humans, but mostly Americans. This is your favorite alien on Saturday, May 28th, 2022, and on this Memorial Day weekend. I wanted to do this comment as an alien from another planet, and a lot of you have asked me questions through the email. What do you mean our society has to change? How can you change society? Well, to a Lisa Ann Verdugo, she didn't say where she's from, and a Richard Collender from Lakeside, New York. Is there a Lakeside, New York? I guess there is. He wrote from Lakeside, New York. But anyway, from those two persons, especially Miss Verdugo, who says, you talk about your society as you're perfect, that your society is better than ours, that your planet is better than ours. It's not to do with being better than you, Miss Verdugo. It's not to do that we are better or perfect. We're not even close to that, but we're a lot closer than you are. If you have read my other videos, Miss Verdugo, you would have known that I've been trying to tell you our society about 1,600 of your years ago was the same as yours is today. Our ancestral planet was similar to yours. Our new planet's a little smaller. Theirs was a little bigger than yours. But, hey, basically the same as the Earth. We had, continents, water, nitrogen, oxygen, atmosphere, a little more, less carbon dioxide than you guys have in your atmosphere. But basically about the same. Little more argon than you guys have in yours, but hey, similar type creatures. Looked almost the same. Different organs, heart was in a different place, like a Vulcan, stuff like that. But the differences were there. But as far as the society was about the same. We had nation states, as you call them here, different groups. Pigmentation issues, boy, if you think you had pigmentation issues here, think of 18 pigmentations. 18. You guys don't even have 6, if at all. And, we had our African Americans equivalents, our Asian equivalents, our white equivalents, with supremacy and all that stuff, it's old hat to us. We've had that. But the society never could integrate their differences, whether it was pigmentation, political, social, religious, whatever it was. They couldn't integrate it into one society and become one society for all. You in America have the same problem. You got enclaves over here, all over the place. And you can't integrate. You couldn't even integrate the African Americans when you brought them in as slaves. After the Civil War, you couldn't integrate them into your society, let alone the Chinese you brought in to build your railroads and all the rest of the Tom, Dick, and Harrys that came in when you opened the doors. Because you opened the doors and hell broke loose here, didn't he? Irish? Oh, remember the little signs they used to have? No Irish need apply over in Boston and New York. Oh, they used to hate Irish for passion over there. See what I mean? So, Miss Verdugo, this is the way my planet was, except that we were more advanced than you guys were. We were into polaric energy and antimatter. You guys are still dealing with how can you get rid of fossil fuels and fission, nuclear fission here. You guys were centuries behind us, even today. Back then. But there was 25 of us who started that this isn't going anywhere. We can't convince the people of this nation, let alone this planet, to change the way they think, change the way they do, give up all this, and hope what you get in return outweighs what you give up. And it was a gamble. Granted, it was a gamble. But my ancestors did it. Those 25 people convinced 500,000 people to leave the solar system. And we did. We found a new home. It took us a century and a half to make that home. We had to build space station to survive around that planet till it was habitable enough for us to go in. But there are other garden planets around, and this is what you called your Earth, a garden planet. You got a garden here. You don't treat it like that. You treat it like it was trash. Same as my ancestors did their home planet. And they destroyed the home planet along with most of the solar system with their antimatter explosions. 7 ounces of antimatter destroyed that whole solar system. You guys only get to blow up your planet, but look at all the species you're going to destroy in the meantime. Because you won't change. We had what you call democracy, and it didn't work. Communism, what you call it. Totalitarianism. There is a lot of that around, even in other species that we have encountered, have the same way of thinking. They never work. And look at the lives it's cost, both in my planet, home, ancestral planet, and yours. And yet you don't see that, which is shame on you. You have to change. You have to give up politics, you have to give up religion, and you have to give up who you are and become human. And select a human culture. Is it going to be perfect? No. But make it so that you can have at least 80%, 85%. And the rest of the people you say, well, we'll give you this part of the planet. You can do whatever you want there. But if we find a home for you, we'll transfer you to that home and we'll give you all the assistance you can until you survive on your own. We did that to a lot of our dissenters. Some of them thrive and they're still around today. Others killed themselves. Others became enemies and we had to destroy them. That's the unfortunate thing about being a humanoid. You got free will. How you use it is your own thing. But you don't even have it here in America. You don't have people that stand up after the last 2 mass shootings here in this country. 19 kids died. Look at all those African American seniors that died in Buffalo, and the teachers. The police department is lost because it's a no man's land. You haven't taught your law enforcement how to handle things like this because you want them to just continue. That's the way, this is a society you want to have. And the only people you have to blame is yourselves. Because you keep on having this society and it keeps on happening time after time. Eventually you become extinct and you'll wonder why. Nobody on your planet has actually said, we've had enough of this, it's time to change. You've done it before. Civilization after civilization has changed a little bit, but they still kept their social structure the same. Your technology has increased by leaps and bounds, but it's dangerous with your kind of social structure. This is your favorite alien saying to Miss Verdugo and all the rest of the people who wrote me, especially Miss Verdugo. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I sincerely doubt it, because I don't think you have the comprehension to understand this. Good day.